Why do I let the repulsive Stephanie Jenkins irritate me every single day with this nonsense that she posts? We're going to get into it. She has some doozies again. First, though, she did another one of her sub-only videos. And, it was more of her Christian rebrand, her fake Christianity, I don't believe it at all. I still think it's to try to benefit her, so, hoping that she'll meet someone at church. Yeah, honey, we can help you. We have a place you can live. That's what I believe that's her motive. But anyways, she read a Bible verse, and it was something, she read the verse, didn't even say what book, what chapter the verse came from. So, who knows? But what she took away from it was, she said, you can't be a godly person and not want to associate with people who you deem to be like less than you. That was basically her takeaway. And I can't see that her subs are wanting to pay $5 a month for this. I wouldn't pay for it, not at all. So she posts these two different videos, her summer compilations. Now, the one that she posts on TikTok, part of the caption she said, yes, we spent a good deal of time in the motel, but we've made friends and kept living. Ask yourself how much sense it makes for us to spend money on out-of-the-home activities when we don't even have a proper home yet. And then she goes on to say, people thinking I want to be pregnant again. I know how to rationalize, surprisingly. So basically, she's shooting down wanting to be pregnant. I don't believe that either. I think she does want more kids. But she will use any excuse she can to rationalize not taking them kids anywhere. And then in these videos, we see a whole lot of Atlas, which is her, showing, see, I do spend time with my son, see? And then there's this one clip upset me, and I noticed a lot of people didn't like this one clip. Addie is in the refrigerator. Stephanie has the refrigerator closed, opens the refrigerator. Addie is crammed on the bottom shelf of the refrigerator, waves, and Stephanie closes the refrigerator. Now, I know, we all know that Stephanie's right there, and Addie's not going to get stuck in that refrigerator. But what if some children, like say some of Addie's friends that know that her mom is the resilient Jenkins, or Bella's friends, Deshawn's friends, and they see Addie playing in the refrigerator, and they decide they want to play in a refrigerator. Just like somebody else, I'm going to show my age here, but just like someone else in the comments, did you never see the Punky Brewster episode where that child was trapped in that refrigerator? But this was cute to put in a video. Now, this other video she has, okay, this is the killer. Now remember, she said, ask yourself how much sense it makes for us to spend money on out-of-the-home activities when we don't even have a proper home yet, okay? She has this video, she's dancing, okay? And she writes on the screen, still trying to find my way to the garden, mamas. Where y'all at? And she looks out her mind. She gets real close like this to the camera, like she's looking, like she's trying to find these other people that smoke, okay? And she posts, and she's, dancing, thinking she's cute, Anyways, this is what she said, okay? All jokes aside, Drew and I made a promise to each other to cut back on our gardening habits. Cut back? So you mean to tell me y'all have zero savings? You just were going on the other day about how you put everybody else's needs ahead of your own, but y'all are still smoking. And now you're just going to cut back. You're not going to quit, you're just going to cut back. How about you quit then and take that money and do some out-of-the-home activities for your kids. Let them get out of that stinking shelter room for a day. You see what I mean? She's disgusting. And she's talking about what a good Christian she is and this and that, but we're just cutting back. Drew and I made a promise to each other to cut back on our gardening habits. So believe it or not at all zooted for this video, just enjoying life because that's what I do. No, she was completely, as she just said, zooted. But I'm still a garden mama. who's yet to find another garden mama locally. So, Stephanie, you are a mother of 4. 30 years old, 30, I don't even know, 30, 31, 32, 30 something. And you want to go hang out with somebody else and sit there and smoke. Are you serious? It's time to grow the fuck up. Your kids are living in a nasty, stinking shelter. But you're looking for another garden mama locally to hang out with. See what I mean? She's disgusting. She's filth. And that's more on me than anyone else. Wait, let's start. But I'm still a garden mama who's yet to find another garden mama locally. And that's more on me than anyone else. I have like 0 time to commit to a friendship right now. And I do want to make friends just to have them feeling ignored constantly. I think she means, and I don't want to make friends just to have them feeling ignored. Okay, so what is all this looking in the camera for this other garden mama? But now you're saying you don't have time. See, she makes no sense. But she knows how to rationalize. They have 0 savings, and they cannot. So she's still putting her wants above the needs of her kids. Her and Drew wanting to smoke and get quote-unquote zooted trumps finding housing for those kids and taking them out of the home. And then she had clips, of her pushing them in the shopping cart. Remember when she was using, what happened to that? Throwing them kids in the shopping cart and taking them to the park. She could even be doing that. But no. We got to be putting Addie in the refrigerator. Not even realizing how dangerous that is to put something like that. Like I said, if another kid sees it, they're going to think it's funny. It's cute. And they might want to try it. And, what if one kid puts another kid in there and walks away thinking, oh, well, they can get out. I don't know. Maybe you can now. Because like I said, showing my age, I'm thinking about that Punky Brewster episode where that kid, they were playing hide and seek, and the kid went in the refrigerator and couldn't get out. I don't know if they've changed the way they make them, then you could push your way out. I don't know. But point being is it was stupid. She thought nothing about it again. And to just cut back on your habits instead of just quit. And then you're looking for another garden mama locally. Well, I hate to tell Miss Thompson, but nobody wants to hang out with her. Maybe she should ask her church friends at the church she goes to every Sunday if any of them want to sit around and smoke and get zooted with her.